There comes a day, man, where the silence just hits you differently. You wake up one morning and instead of reaching for the phone to see if she's texted, see if she's called, it doesn't even occur to you. The feeling is gone. You don't have it anymore. I had that epiphany one day. I was literally driving down the road when it hit me. She actually did me a favor. Her leaving, her betrayal, her abandonment, she actually did me a favor. See, your ex-wife, she thought abandoning you, betraying you, divorce, you'd crumble. You would not be able to survive without her. You would not make it without her. But see, here's what she didn't expect. She didn't expect you to move on. She didn't expect you to rebuild and to find peace from all the pain that she caused. Now, she's the one who can't sleep. She's the one who sits up wondering, what's he up to? What's he doing in his life? Do I ever cross his mind anymore? She's the one who replays the memories in her head. She's the one who regrets losing a good man like you. You weren't a perfect guy. You weren't a perfect husband, but you worked hard. You loved your wife. You did your very best for her and for your home. And what you got in return was disrespect, neglect, criticism, complaining, and condemnation, and then divorce. Through all the pain that she has caused you, you found closure. Seems strange, doesn't it? You may have thought that her having regrets in some way was some type of payback. It almost gave you validation. But in reality, if you have truly processed and healed, her having regrets has no relevance to your life. It doesn't mean anything. What's most important to you now is that you're free from that volatile relationship. You finally have peace. That's where it all begins for you. When you finally realize you don't care anymore, it doesn't consume you anymore. The day that you realize you're no longer replaying those memories in your head, you're no longer replaying the arguments, the stress and the pain that she caused you for so long. In this message, I'm going to tell you what happens next, how her regret really unfolds, how the man that you're becoming couldn't care less. Her regret didn't hit when you were broken, when she was causing you all that pain. Her regret hit after you were gone, after you've moved on, rebuilding your life. There's been a major shift in the dynamic between you and your ex-wife. You've moved on. She's not even in your thoughts anymore. But she is still watching, quietly. Maybe a fake profile on social media so she can keep tabs on what you're up to, maybe getting information from mutual friends. You're different now. You no longer react to her drama. You're chasing your purpose. You're building your ideal life now, post-divorce. See, she remembers the guy you were. She remembers how to push your buttons. She remembers the words that she could use to tweak you emotionally. She remembers how she could manipulate, gaslight, and control. But that's not the case anymore because you don't react. Your silence burns her. Your silence is worse than any argument you could have with her. Your silence annoys the hell out of her. You now have clarity post-divorce. You now realize you don't have to respond to her attacks. You don't have to join the battle. You now realize not every attack deserves a response, especially from your ex-wife. You're unshakable now. And that is one of her biggest regrets. She no longer has control. Inevitably, it always happens. The random text, the random email that shows up. Hey, how are you doing? What's going on with you these days? Maybe it's months, maybe it's even years, but your ex always shows up, supposedly randomly. It may seem random, but it's not. She won't come out and admit her regret, but that's really what the random message is. She's testing the waters. She's probing to see if she still has access to you. Do I still have access to his life? The text message, the email, you seem so happy. You seem like you're doing so well. It's not a compliment, man. It's a probe. She's probing to see if you will still allow her access. My ex-wife did that. I got the random text message. I got the random email. In my case, my ex actually admitted her regret. She wrote me the email about how she regretted everything she had done. She had regretted listening to the wrong people. She had regretted how she had hurt me so much. She went on about how if we could just talk, she was going to be the wife I always dreamed of. I read it and pressed delete. This is a message about her regret, so let's look at the 4 phases of her regret. Phase 1, emotion. Regret shows up like any other emotion does. It rolls in like a wave, and she is unable to stop it. At first, she's wondering how you're doing. How is your life going now? How are things in your world? Is there somebody new in your life? Remember, she thought you would fall apart. She thought your world would crumble after your divorce, but it's not. This is where the seed of regret is planted. Phase 2, comparison. And this cuts her deeply. Her current reality versus what she had with you. With you, she had a stable guy. She had loyalty. She had a man who loved her and cared about her, who provided for her, who wanted to do his best for her. That's now gone. This is where real reflection starts. Regret. She won't admit it, especially to her friends and family, but she feels the difference without you. She feels the difference between her life now versus her life with you. Phase 3, the silence. The silence is hard on her. She may put on a front around her friends and her family, act like everything is fine, life is just grand, she's doing great now that you're divorced. But late at night, when she's alone, it's quiet, it's silent, and your absence really hits home. That is when regret really starts to kick in. You're gone, and you're not coming back. She starts to feel the emptiness, the loss, and that is a real pain that lingers. Phase 4, reflection. This is where she truly realizes her mistakes. She truly comes to grips with the fact she's made some bad decisions and there's no turning back. Her life now is pretty much just as chaotic as it was before, and yours has improved. This truth, it hits her hard. You've moved on, and you're never coming back. Your ex just wants to see if she still has access, but she doesn't have access. You're not the same guy anymore. And the reason you're not the same guy is because of the hell you went through with her. You've changed. And a big part of the reason for your changing is because what she put you through. Her regrets, her pain is not your problem. Now, you don't want to gloat. You don't want to post about it on social media. Your silence is the story. Your peace is the proof. The tables have turned. She is haunted by her bad decisions. She's haunted by your absence and the fact that you are gone for good. She's haunted by her regrets. You are now healed by your distance from her. At this point in your journey, I've hoped you've learned something that unfortunately some men never do. Your ultimate revenge, your ultimate comeback story is having peace in your life. Indifference is your strength. Silence is your power. The man you are today is probably unrecognizable from the man that was married to your ex-wife. Good. Comment if you can relate to this. Prior to getting married, I was a strong, resilient man. But after years of conflict in my marriage, after years of living in turmoil, after years of what I can only describe as mental and emotional abuse through manipulation and gaslighting, I was beaten down. I was a shell of the man that I once was. Maybe you can relate to that. You get to a point in your marriage where you're just trying to survive. You're going along to get along. And that takes its toll on you mentally and emotionally long term. You've been through the storms, man. You've been through some hard times. Although you've been through the storm, you don't want to stay bitter, angry, consumed with her. Don't give that to her. She may regret losing you. She may have many regrets, none of which are any of your concern now. The one regret that you should not have, even though you've been through a terrible time, even though you may have been through hell, the one regret that you should not have, you've found yourself again. You are becoming, again, the man you once were. If you're watching this right now, I want to acknowledge that there probably have been moments where you have wondered to yourself, does she regret what she's done? Does she regret the things that she said and did during our marriage? Does she regret what she did during our divorce? Does it ever cross her mind? Does she have real remorse, real regret? From my experience, probably not. She probably didn't have regret at the time. She was simply doing what was best for her. Unfortunately, we live in a time of rampant narcissism, and it's greatly affected many women. What's most important for you as a man, as you move forward, as you work towards your goals, as you craft your new ideal life now post-divorce, as you have peace in your life, those questions about her regrets, they're going to fade to the background. They're going to fade away and become less and less relevant. They don't matter because you're moving on. Those questions become less and less important to you because you've processed, you've healed, and you're moving on with your life. The clock is ticking, and you don't want to waste another moment. I want to take this opportunity now to genuinely say thank you to, first and foremost, to my regular viewers and those who are subscribers. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support, and I'm grateful for it. To those of you who are new viewers, new to Resilient Man channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope you will join the community by subscribing. It's about men advocating for men. The channel is growing, and it's an exciting time. These two messages you'll find of value as well. Share this with another guy who needs to hear this message. Know your worth. Protect your peace.